What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rumble Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe, and y'all, we got some news, man. Believe it or not, we got some news coming out of EA, and it's not Madden 24, whatever the hell they gonna call the next Madden, because it's gonna be trash anyway, right? I'm talking about a new exclusive superhero video game that has just been confirmed from one EA. What am I talking about? I'll show you. Yes, sir. As you see right here on your screen, it ain't no black magic, ain't no optical illusion, it ain't no motherfucking black magic. As you see right here, EA announces Black Panther. Yes, a Black Panther game from some of the developers behind Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Now let's speak on it. Now we got an article here giving us further details on what's supposed to be going on with this game. So we're gonna read, we're gonna react. That's just how we do. All right, so let's get into it. Per IGN, EA has confirmed the heavily rumored Black Panther game, although it failed to mention a release window or intended platforms. The single-player action adventure game based on Marvel's Black Panther is in development at a new Seattle-based EA studio called Cliffhanger Games. Let me slow down a little bit. EA did not release any screenshots or video of this Black Panther game, but did say it's an original third-person single-player adventure developed in partnership with Marvel Games. The logo is below, and this is the logo right here. Hold on, let me go back up. It's a logo right here. Pretty nice looking logo right here, if I do say so myself. Let's move on. The project is led by Kevin Stevens, who was Monolith Productions studio head during development of Shadow of Mordor franchise. EA said others who worked on Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, along with veterans of Halo Infinite, God of War, and Call of Duty, are already part of Cliffhanger. Now, I am going to say this. I'm just glad that Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix are not touching any other superhero game. Never let them. Now, I know EA's got their history and everything like that, but I don't think that this game could be any worse than what Crystal Dynamics and what's the studio name? Drawing a blank here. But anyway, it couldn't be any worse than what Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix. There we go. And Square Enix put out when it came to Marvel's Avengers. That game, in my opinion, was the single biggest superhero game flop I have ever seen in my life. I don't understand how the hell you lose money with a Marvel IP, but they found a way to do it. But it looks like they at least got the right developers in the right positions to make this game somewhat decent. When you got guys from God of War and Halo Infinite, though Halo Infinite, a lot is left to be desired for that game. When you got guys from God of War who honestly do not miss, when you got guys there that know how to make an actual action-packed single-player game, those are the guys I'd want to go to. Let's move on. We're dedicated to delivering fans a definitive and authentic Black Panther experience, giving them more agency and control over their narrative than they have ever experienced in a story-driven video game, Stevens said. Wakanda is a rich superhero sandbox, and our mission is to develop an epic world for players who love Black Panther and who want to explore the world of Wakanda as much as we do. Word that Stevens has started a new EA studio emerged over 2 years ago. But in today's announcement, EA said Black Panther is still in early development with a long road ahead. So don't hold your breath waiting for this one to come out anytime soon. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Black Panther is one of many Marvel games in the works at the moment, including at EA. In October, EA and Marvel signed a multi-title deal for at least 3 action-adventure games for console and PC. The first of these announced was an Iron Man game from Star Wars Squadrons and the Dead Space remake maker Motive Studios. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. A Black Panther game for some of the brains behind Shadow of Mordor is an exciting prospect. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very familiar with this game right here, so if anybody knows anything about this game, let me know in the comment section if it's any good. 2014 Shadow of Mordor is a story-based third-person single-player open-world adventure game, say that 5 times fast, that was praised for its patented Nemesis system, which lets non-playable characters remember their prior actions against the game's protagonist and react accordingly. EA said of the Black Panther game, it intends to build an expansive and reactive world that empowers players to experience what it is like to take on the mantle of Wakanda's protector, the Black Panther, which sounds like it may touch on similar mechanics introduced with the Nemesis system. Again, I'm not very familiar with this Nemesis system. If anybody would like to let me know, if I don't just Google it myself after the video, what that's all about, that would be great. And that is the end of the article. So, with that being said, be on the lookout for a Black Panther video game. As I stated and alluded to earlier, it can't be any worse than what Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics put out with Marvel's Avengers. I'm sorry, that game will forever rent space in my head for free, because I don't understand how you have all that potential. You have a Marvel IP. You pretty much have a range to do whatever you want to, and yet they chose to shit the bed instead. They didn't even piss in it. They just shit in it and laid in it and rolled in it and then hope people didn't notice. It's hard not to notice a flop as big as Marvel's Avengers when you clearly had everything you needed to get done except the minds and the developers to get the job done. The only Marvel IP, or the only gaming company with a Marvel IP to lose money with Marvel. As hot as Marvel is right now, how the hell did y'all find a way to lose money? I don't understand it. So like I said, I know EA leaves a lot to be desired, but they can't be any worse than Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix than what they did with the entire Marvel's Avengers cast. At least with EA, we only got to worry about Black Panther and that game being as fun as it possibly can be. And I'm not going to lie, despite the history with EA, y'all know how I feel about EA. I'm all for a superhero game if it's done correctly, all right? Again, as they said, there's no release window. There's no real date that they have in mind right now. It's still in early development, and as I said before, I hope it doesn't get canceled. I'm always down for a superhero game if it's done right, but that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all feel about this new Black Panther game being in early development, man. Will you be picking it up? How do you feel about EA having it? As long as y'all are respectful and logical, we can have a conversation, but that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.